After almost 8 years of the final Evolution, the second Evolution takes place on Sunday on PLE. There are currently 7 matches on the card. My name is Manlykefresh, and let's run through them. So let's go! If any of you would like to be updated on any future videos I'm about to release, or just to follow me on general, you can follow me on X at www.x.com/Manlykefresh. The first match on the card which I'm going to talk about will be the Intercontinental Championship, which will be defended by Becky Lynch, who will be taking on former inaugural Intercontinental Champion in Lyra Valkyria, and Bayley, who was supposed to be tag teaming with Lyra at WrestleMania, but because of Becky Lynch and her jealous ways, she robbed Bayley of that opportunity to then reveal after the WrestleMania tag team match, which Lyra and Becky won, that she was the one who took out Bayley, and Lyra let her down. And obviously, as time has gone by, Lyra lost the Intercontinental Championship to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch then demanded in that match that Lyra had to raise her hand and put the championship on her. Bayley then returned the following night after that win from Lyra to beat up Becky Lynch. As weeks have gone by, there's been a lot of turmoil and tension between Lyra and Bayley as well. Bayley thinks that Lyra is a bitch, a big pussy bitch, as she likes to, as I called her, when she raised the hand of Becky Lynch for the championship. And obviously now these 3 women are so embroiled into this rivalry that it's now led to this triple threat match. So I feel because Lyra was the first champion and Becky Lynch is now the current champion, and Bayley was robbed of her WrestleMania moments because of Becky Lynch, it's only fair that at Evolution, Bayley pins Becky Lynch 1, 2, 3 to become the new Intercontinental Champion, which will probably then lead to Lyra and Bayley having a one-on-one at SummerSlam for the same championship. So I give this win to Bayley, and hopefully Lyra and Bayley can have a match in the future. And the first World Women's Championship we're going to cover will be the NXT Women's Championship, where current champion Jade will be defending her championship against the juggernaut Jordynne Grace. So now, yesterday, which would have been NXT's Great American Bash, it would have been Monroe and Grace taking on JC and Fallon in Fatal Influence in a tag team match. And I believe the prediction that I could predict would be that Jordynne Grace and Blake would win that match. Now, in fairness, I should also state that because I believe that Jordynne Grace would have won yesterday, it's more than likely that Jordynne Grace will lose tonight. But I don't know why. For some reason, I believe because Jordynne Grace has come up short many times trying to get the NXT Women's Championship from whoever it be, Perez, whether it be Valkyria, she's always come up short. I feel like third time is a lucky charm, so I'm going to go with Jordynne Grace to win the NXT Women's Championship for the very first time. But I could be wrong, but that is my prediction. Queen of the Ring, Jade will be taking on her major nemesis in the Money in the Bank winner, Naomi, in a no holds barred match, which basically is a no DQ match, no rules, no disqualifications. And this past SmackDown, we discovered that Bianca will be returning to sit in Jade Cargill's corner. Now, this is storytelling at its finest. We've always had a speculation that Naomi wasn't the only one who was involved in Jade Cargill's beatdown last year, which took her out for so long when she got thrown onto the truck. Now, what I am thinking is going to happen here is that Jade Cargill is going to be having her way with Naomi. Bianca will, quote, accidentally get involved in the match. Maybe Naomi goats her or something like that, which will then cost Jade the match, meaning that Naomi will win this match. However, it is all a ploy, because somewhere down the line, maybe at SummerSlam, Jade, who is going to take on the WWE Women's Champion, will get screwed over by Bianca to then discover that it was actually Bianca who was the mastermind behind that whole attack. So Naomi to win this match. Right, the second Women's World Championship that be on the line tonight will be Io Sky's Women's World Championship, and she'll be defending it against the former Women's Champion in Rhea Bloody Ripley. Now, both Tiffany and Io had the opportunity to choose who their opponent was going to be for Evolution, and Io chose Rhea Ripley, and I believe the reason why she chose Rhea Ripley is because at WrestleMania, when it was a triple threat match with Bianca, Io beat Bianca for the championship. Rhea hasn't really had a rematch since then, though I can't lie to you, I honestly thought that the matchup would be Asuka who she would challenge, but she didn't challenge Asuka for whatever reason. I also thought Asuka would be in the Battle Royal, but she's not, because she's now teaming with Kairi Sane in the women's tag team match, which I'll talk about later. So I'm not sure how to think of this one, because on one side, Rhea has never ever beaten Io Sky on a one-on-one match, and on the other hand, you have to feel sorry for Io because she hasn't defended her championship since WrestleMania. Yes, she has not defended her championship since WrestleMania, which is about 3 months ago. So now you have the side of where Rhea doesn't really need the championship victory, but on the other hand, Io would look like a weak champion if she does lose. So I'm just going to play it safe and feel that WWE are going to still keep the championship on Io Sky. So my prediction will be Io Sky to win and retain her World Women's Championship. For the right to challenge the World Women's Champion at Clash in Paris, it's time to talk about the Women's Battle Royal at Evolution. So far, the following female participants have been announced. So they are Stephanie Vaquer from Raw, Raw's Ivy Now, SmackDown's Nia Jax, Hall of Famer Nikki Bella, SmackDown's Natalya, Raw's Maxine Dupree, NXT's Kalani Jordan, NXT's Jada Parker, NXT's Lola Vice, NXT's Lash Legend, NXT's Izzy Dame, NXT's Tatum Paxley, SmackDown's Selena Vega, SmackDown's United States Women's Champion Julia, SmackDown's Candice LeRae, SmackDown's B-Fab, SmackDown's Chin, SmackDown's Chelsea Green, SmackDown's Piper Niven, and SmackDown's Alba Fire. So those are the women's that have actually been announced. Now, I have a prediction that maybe you might have, since Bianca Belair is already going to be at Evolution, maybe Bianca Belair might participate. There are rumours that The Undertaker's wife, Michelle McCool, might be involved. Maybe you might get Lita, you might get Molly Holly. There's also a rumour that former AEW star Saraya, who was also known as Paige in WWE, may be making a return. So there are loads of possibilities that could happen. You could have some returning superstars that are injured that might come back. But what my prediction will be the winner of this match will be either Stephanie Vicaire, who will be my favourite pick, Nia Jax from SmackDown, which will be my second pick, or a returning debut superstar that will win this battle royal. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships will be defended in a fatal 4-way tag match with Roxanne Perez, who is the interim tag team champion, with Liv, on behalf of Liv Morgan, will be teaming up with the current tag champion in Raquel Rodriguez to take on NXT's North American champion and speed champion Sol Ruca and her tag team partner in Zarya, to then take on SmackDown's Alexa Bliss and the Queen of SmackDown, Charlotte Flair, to also then take on the recently reformed Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane. So there are lots of combustible elements happening within this match. Now, I'm going to start off with the tag team champions. Liv Morgan was injured, so because she was injured, she would therefore had to relinquish her own championship, which then led to Finn Balor giving Liv's championship to Roxanne. So as far as I'm concerned, Roxanne is an interim champion. She didn't earn it, she was given to it. So the rule was that when Liv now returns, Roxanne will give the championship back. I don't know if that will happen. Now, Roxanne and Raquel don't seem eye to eye in that area, but for the sake of the tag team championships, they decided to work together. Over on SmackDown, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte are not the best of friends. Charlotte does not like Alexa. Alexa doesn't like Charlotte. However, they are teaming together for a common goal because they are kind of obsolete right now. However, it's a matter of time before egos, especially Charlotte Flair's ego, shows its ugly face. Them two will fall out. Over to NXT. Sol Ruca is a double champion. She has the North American Championship and she has the WWE Speed Championship. And Zarya and her have been butting heads in the past, which I believe will play a factor in this match. And now the recently reformed Kabuki Warriors, who were originally part of Damage Control. If you remember on Monday, I think after Kairi Sane had a match with Roxanne, Raquel Rodriguez came to attack her, and then Asuka then came in to make the save. When Asuka hugged Kairi Sane, the hug was a bit too intense for my liking. It was almost like WWE was trying to tell us that Asuka is going to turn on Kairi Sane at some point, and it's because of all these combustible elements that I believe, and maybe Liv Morgan may also show her face in the match, that will be out of circumstance. Roxanne and Raquel will retain their championships. So the tag team championships will stay with the Judgment Day. And in what I believe will be the main event, we have the current WWE Women's Champion in Tiffany Stratton, taking on one of the greatest women's champions of all time in Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship, which will be the third Women's Championship on the line tonight. As I mentioned with EO Sky earlier, Tiffany was given the chance to pick her opponent and she picked the living legend in Trish Stratus. Perfect choice if you ask me, because if you really want to test your ability as a world champion, you should go against one of the best, and that is what Tiffany is going to get tonight. She's going to get one of the best to ever do it in the ring. For a woman who's basically almost 50, Trish Stratus still is a great wrestler, can still move, she still got it, as I like to say. But I believe it is due to the youth and the fire of Tiffany Stratton that Tiffany Stratton will win this match and retain her WWE Women's Championship. However, Tiffany, proceed with caution, because Naomi may try and cash in on you. With all my predictions now covered, stay tuned for my final thoughts. With Liv being injured, is this match between Liv and Nikki a lost opportunity, or could there be a confrontation at the actual Evolution PLE? With Paige, aka Saraya, no longer under AEW contract, could she make an appearance at the Evolution Battle Royal? We'll wait and see. As Stephanie McMahon-Levesque was one of the major people to spearhead the original Evolution PLE, could she be at tonight's one? Because I hope she will be, because she deserves to be there. Could we have some Lucha Libre female wrestlers or some TNL knockouts making a surprise appearance in the female Battle Royal tonight? We'll wait and see. Is tonight the night that we find that Bianca is actually the mastermind of the Naomi attack last year, or is there someone else actually pulling the strings from behind the scenes? And finally, is WWE oversaturating the brand by constantly having events after events back to back? Like now we've got 3 events this weekend. Is it too much, or do you think it's okay? Before you guys leave, kindly do me the great honour by subscribing to my YouTube channel by clicking on subscribe, and by following me on my only social media platform of X at www.x.com/Manlykefresh, where you'll be updated with any future videos which are about to come out, whether it be my wrestling videos or my gaming videos or my top 20s. So until next time guys, see you at the next video, look after yourselves and take care. Bye bye.